Okay, remember that they are changing my voice. I like to highlight two things. One, the world is a generational obstacle course, a serious warrior obstacle course, a martial artist obstacle course. Point number two is that no one from any of your groups, races, countries, churches, whatever, is obeying God through me. Not a single person in what is perhaps the most multicultural country on earth. So when I look at Palestine, yeah, it's sad. But first and foremost, justice must be served. When somebody rapes a bunch of kids and kills them, and you lock them up, do you say, hey, wait, maybe that will affect their offspring? They should have thought of that. And your planet should have thought of that before it set the stage for that person to have the culture that would allow them to do that. It's more than just biological dysfunction that creates all this child molestation everywhere. Surely you know that. And so it is with generational rebellion against God. We have to make the distinction between being righteous and being nice. The word sin, spelled backwards, is NIS, which is similar to NICE when it comes to sounds. It is a sin to just be nice and to not be righteous. To breed people who are just nice and not righteous is also a sin. In America here, there's like 4 generations, sometimes 5 generations alive at the same time. And not a single person from any of those generations is obeying God through me. People from all over the world, including the Middle East. People kill people for gangs. They blow themselves up for terrorist groups, but no one obeys God through me. Is that offense to God not greater than all the suffering that has ever taken place on this planet put together? Think about it. So when I say that people will be lucky if I blot out their souls instead of cook them forever, is that not fair? Very few people will have their souls blotted out instead of cooking forever. That eternal flame of their souls cooking, symbolized by the sun partially, is a covenant between God and I. That God honors the justice and understands the seriousness of the situation. While 9 million people starve to death every year, the American government and its allies, they're persecuting me and mocking me. The governing class, the churches are twiddling their thumbs, completely afraid to die for what's right. They call themselves men of God when people blow themselves up all over the world for terrorism. People fight to the death. People commit extreme crimes in the name of greed. But not a single church, not a single person from a single church, not even old people who are going to die today, tomorrow, this year, is obeying God through me. Curses on them for that. Curses on them for that extreme disrespect. While the Pope is acting like a homosexual, just like the Protestant churches. Many of them have many members who know that I'm here. But their plan is to keep acting like a satanic bitch. If that was their kids in Gaza, I would have less mercy on their souls. This is justice. Don't let your racism confuse you. Don't let your tribalism and your ethnocentrism confuse you. Don't let your culturalism and your cultural imperialism fool you. You are the evil, deranged, sick people that won't stand with Christ. For those who aren't religious, who won't stand with the most righteous person ever possible when you use a universal scale. And what scale should you use? Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer's, Hitler's, Stalin's? What scale do you think you should use instead? A bunch of pedophiles in the church and their scales? The yoke to the rest of the cowards in the churches? What scale do you think you should use exactly? Between it being universal and it being the scale of the top martial artist ever possible, what could you say? Now consider how reproductive activity factors in. You ordered females to tease me. You raise females who are not women, who are too immature to stand with me. The word set is a play on word for T's. S-E-T backwards is T-E-S backwards, just like S-I-N backwards is N-I-S backwards. It's a play on words. T-E-A-S-E has the same sound as T-E-S. They can't have the same sound. T's. And settle. Set in the Canaanite deity El. Settle. You told God's Son to settle over and over again every day, fuming me and poisoning me, mocking me, having attractive females who are all part of the greater human family, mixed with this race and that race. Certainly Palestinians along the way have factored in. Think about it. You think you all won't have your turn? Woe to you, destroying mountain. When you are done destroying, you will be destroyed. Now, will your debt be very great when it's time for me to collect when your flesh dies? When I'm at God's right hand saying, who the fuck is in charge like I told you? How many of you think you have the heart to make the calls that I'm making? You don't have the heart to put God first. You think you could be in the spirit of universal pinpointed moral precision as the top martial arts ever, clearly putting God first. You think your mere human emotions and what you think is fair is greater than generational justice? You think it's greater than universal generational justice, universal pinpointed moral precision? You people are crazy. You think it's because a child is a child and it should be spared immediately? If you saw a baby rattlesnake and you knew that if you didn't kill it, it would bite your child, what would you do? Hell, most people would kill it whether or not it would bite their child. But you sit there in the spirit of sin and rebellion, in the spirit of being yoked to those who mock Christ. And you really think that you and your offspring should be spared? Eternal punishment. A fate far worse than the worst fate you've seen somebody endure in the flesh or you've ever heard of in the flesh. Far worse torment awaits those horrible, despicable people that harm children for no good reason. And that little girl, or the people that she's crying about, or the man before who was the one who said what was on the screen. He said, God, or he said, for the love of God, or something to that effect, he wants you to have mercy on him. Did you people have mercy on him? Did you hesitate to mock the Son of God? Did you give in to the pathetic emotion that caused you to persecute Christ? See, I'm not a regular human being. I'm the Son of God. All your lies put together are like dirt compared to even thinking about laying a fucking finger on me. Yet your despicable planet persecuted me. And your blood flows in each other. The blood of traitors. The blood of Judases, Herods and Caiaphas types. The blood of mass rapists every generation. You think I'm gonna hesitate to cook your motherfucking souls? What, do you think I'm Miss Piggy or something? You think I'm a fucking Girl Scout? The Lord is a warrior, the Lord is his name. And you are fucking rebel scum.